There was a young man residing in a quaint village nestled at the base of a mountain. This young fellow had gained a reputation among the villagers for his indolence. While others toiled in the fields and workshops, he would while away his hours lounging under a tree, dozing off and daydreaming. One day, a sagacious monk visited the village and summoned the young man. "My son," said the monk, "I have a task for you. I want you to ascend to the peak of this mountain and bring back a single feather from the highest summit." The young man glanced up at the mountain and scoffed. "That's impossible," he replied. "I am far too lazy to climb that high." The monk smiled and said, "Ah, but the feather I seek is not on the mountain itself. It is on the other side of the mountain, in a cave that can only be accessed by climbing to the top and descending the other side." The young man's interest was piqued. He had never heard of this feather, and the notion of such a distinctive quest stirred his curiosity. Thus, he resolved to accept the monk's challenge. The ascent was arduous and exhausting. Soon the young man found himself breathless and weary. However, as he continued to climb higher, he began to experience an exhilarating sensation, a newfound excitement unlike anything he had ever felt. Upon finally reaching the peak, he was both drained and elated. He gazed at the breathtaking panorama before him and felt a profound sense of achievement, a feeling entirely new to him. However, the true test was yet to begin. The young man now needed to descend the opposite side of the mountain and locate the cave where the feather resided. The descent proved even more perilous than the climb, and the young man was gripped by fear. He stumbled and fell numerous times. Nevertheless, he persisted, driven by the promise of the feather awaiting him. Upon finally reaching the cave, he beheld the feather, gleaming in the light filtering through the entrance. He picked it up, marveling at its beauty. But then, he realized he faced a new dilemma. How would he scale the mountain again and return the feather to the monk? For a brief moment, the young man considered abandoning the quest, but he recalled the sense of pride and fulfillment he had felt upon reaching the summit. He realized he possessed the strength and resolve to do it again. So, he began his ascent once more, with muscles protesting and lungs burning. Yet, he refused to give up. He pressed on, driven by the conviction that he had conquered his own laziness and achieved something truly remarkable. Upon finally returning to the monk and presenting the feather, the monk smiled and said, "Well done, my son. You have learned a vital lesson today. Laziness is not something to accept or tolerate. It is a challenge to overcome, an obstacle to surmount." The young man grasped the wisdom in the monk's words. He understood that he had always been capable of great things, but his laziness had been his biggest hindrance. Now he knew he had the strength and determination to overcome any challenge that came his way. The monk's lesson taught him that laziness is not something to accept or tolerate. It is a challenge to conquer, an obstacle to surpass. By striving to achieve our goals, even when they seem unattainable, we uncover a hidden strength and resilience within ourselves. To defeat laziness, we must set ambitious targets and tackle them head-on, regardless of the difficulty. We need to push beyond our limits and persist, even when faced with setbacks and hurdles. Cultivating discipline and consistency in our daily habits and routines is crucial. By establishing a schedule and adhering to it, we can develop positive habits that keep us focused and productive, even when motivation wanes. Another vital aspect of overcoming laziness is adaptability and fostering a growth mindset. This involves viewing challenges and failures as opportunities for growth and learning, rather than reasons to quit. With a growth mindset, we can reframe our perspective on failure, using it as a stepping stone for improvement and progress. Ultimately, overcoming laziness demands the willingness to step out of our comfort zones and embrace the challenges and opportunities that come our way. Like this video and subscribe for more History of Wisdom.